Now Nintendo is more than a game. It's a place you can go.
Welcome to MojoPlays, Josh here. Do y'all like The Legend of Zelda? Do you have a shirt, a plushie perhaps, of a green-clad elf boy or a triangle-bearing princess? I know I do. You see, the latest Zelda title to be announced, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, is a 2D title rendering all the characters in shiny, plastic toy-like appearances. So that got us thinking, these little guys would make for perfect collectible figures. I wonder what other Zelda merchandise has popped up over the year. Oh my goddess Helia. Yes, from roughly oldest to newest, I've collected a list of some of the weirdest, downright odd official Zelda memorabilia, toys, collectibles, and games that Nintendo themselves signed off on in at least some way. Got a rare Zelda trinket in your collection that you've got in mind? Leave it in the comments, subscribe, and try force on the like button. Okay.
Nintendo, it's for breakfast now. Nintendo, it's a cereal. Wow.
Nintendo Cereal System.
Nintendo, 2 cereals in 1. Wow.
You might own a video game console or two, but do you own one that's a cereal? The Nintendo Cereal System was a 2-in-1 breakfast box with fruit flavor Mario Bites and berry flavor Zelda ones. How exactly are those two different? Featuring iconic shapes like Cheeto, Minecraft armor piece, and Imp. The box is a sleek black television-looking thing and included some pretty cool cards and prizes too. I think we're all ready for this one to come back, a Mr. Nintendo. Nintendo Bubblegum Dispenser.
Sweet, luscious bubblegum, moving around by the ton.
Did you need a place to store your bubblegum in 1989? Perhaps you carried one of these bubblegum containers in the form of Mario or Link. They came in green, blue, red, and yellow. You know, 2 of those colors the characters are actually known for. Having contained gum on purchase, they also feature a bright yellow and black food label on the bottom, which unfortunately makes them look like little dystopian pill bottles. Bandai's Kenshi rubber figures.
They're ugly, they're weird, they're tiny, they're terrible.
If there's one thing Nintendo appeared to have a chokehold on in the early Zelda days, it was the eraser industry. Known as Kenshi rubber figures, they pumped out a bunch of these in all shapes and sizes, probably expecting people to actually use them and slowly dissolve Link into eraser shavings. If you have a favorite enemy from Zelda 1, it's probably still being sold at a super high markup online as a little eraser, but fear not. For a video game archivist by the name of Mr. Toledo created his own website, Keshi Corner, which specializes in high-quality scans of all these toys. You can now 3D print them for absolutely free. What an absolutely massive undertaking to preserve this wacky piece of history. Nintendo Power Water Teaser.
So how do you think he does it? Beats me.
Water Teaser is about the only description provided for this simple toy, but let it be known it was not the only one of its kind. Likely distributed somehow through the old Nintendo Power magazine system, a Super Maze Puzzler and the aforementioned Water Teaser series exists, claiming they offer, quote, hours of fun. I, personally, cannot imagine that to be true. Electro Optics a wristwatch wall clock.
Game watch.
Finally leaving the Zelda 1 early era of products, would it really be a weirdest merch list without mentioning the Electro Optics a wristwatch wall clock? I mean, what kind of person wouldn't want a 4-foot wide wall clock in the style of a wristwatch with Link's face on it and mini pictures of Link fighting enemies instead of numbers on it? Crazy Daisy, that's who. Well, the fad of giant wristwatches never caught on. In fact, it looks a heck of a lot better outside of its frame. It would be right at home in some kind of retro gaming diner, if that's a thing.
Rescue the princess.
Zelda! Zelda!
Zelda 2.
The Adventure of Link figure. I can protect you no longer. You're going to have to see what I have seen. Feast your eyes. Indeed, the Adventure of Link figure is incredibly dopey. It's just astoundingly funny looking, so much that it brings warmth back into my heart upon seeing him. LOZ2 Link looks like he has no idea where he is, and clearly has never held a sword before. The 2-inch figure came in a set of 12, only one of which was from the Zelda series. Applause Inc., who made the toy, really gave it their first try and said, yeah, we so nailed that. Nintendo Power Lunchbox and Thermos.
Joining us today are Mario and Luigi.
A surefire way to impress all the coolest kids at the lunch table was to whip out the Aladdin's Lunchbox and Thermos Kit, featuring exclusive art of the Mario Brothers actually playing Legend of Zelda. But something about it just feels perfectly off. Maybe it's this very Ouija-like face over here, or Mario's rude table manners and having his feet up on the furniture, but I can't help but like it regardless.
But first, this commercial break.
Great, those are the pieces I would call retro. Now we enter into a bit of a sweet spot, where The Legend of Zelda would skyrocket in popularity with the release of Ocarina of Time, but right before Nintendo would care too much about dropping weird off-brand feeling products. That's where you get stuff like Banned Promo Postcard.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Ah yes, who could forget the extremely fitting and not at all misrepresentation about the events of the game's slogan that was, "Willst thou get the girl, or play like one?" Misogyny? In my Zelda games? How could they do this? Well, to no one's surprise, that tagline for Ocarina of Time was dropped pretty quick, but not before promotional postcards went out toting the inaccurate phrase in big text. Copies that retained the original saying are sort of a collector's item after being replaced by updated prints later on. Exen Castillo's Hyrule Castle.
Y como siempre los malos se llevan todos los palos. Nuevo Exin Castillo.
As a part of their Legends Castle series, the Spanish company produced an exclusive model replica of Hyrule Castle made out of constructible bricks. The playset features spike traps, trapdoors, and spillable magma pots, and a secret treasure chest, so you can tell someone had an absolute field day with this concept. Oddly enough, besides a single skeleton, you don't get a single figure with this set of over 1,500 pieces. Equally strange that this never saw American shelves, or that to this day, we don't have an official Hyrule Castle toy. Why not? Awesome Candy's Nintendo Jelly Pop.
It is happening. They have arrived, the Power Pop. The alien device loaded with a double combination of outer space flavors.
Oh, Jelly Pops, forever just shy of that Nintendo seal of quality, eh? I would like you, the viewer, to take a moment and observe this image. Really, take it all in. Jelly Candy Link here can't help but look incredibly squished and awkward, but credit where credit is due. They did choose an ambitious pose complete with sword and shield. That could be cool if he didn't look so bug-eyed and off-model. Impa with princess figure. The heroic Guardian Impa has had loads of appearances in games, and a single figure to her name. She comes with the unnamed white horse from Ocarina of Time and a not-so-little Zelda. In fact, she's kind of huge, standing at almost equal height to Impa. Zelda should also stay away from the spray tan. Johnny Lightning Ocarina of Time race car. Thanks to Mario Kart, we've now seen Link in a race car, but we have Link on a race car at home. The Johnny Lightning brand has a series called The Greatest Race Cars That Never Were, mostly comprised of cereal brand mascots with the surprise addition of a Mario, Yoshi, and Link car. It doesn't feel exactly on brand for the Zelda series, but I do love the fake sponsor icons on the car, one of which being the N64 logo. Takara Ocarina of Time plushies.
Nintendo 64's 6 new colors are so amazing, choosing a favorite might be somewhat of a struggle.
Some true collector's items. The Takara brand plushies, originally made for Crane Games, include some uncommon characters like Darunia, Ganondorf, and young Zelda, as well as the expected Link. This makes the 1998 set the only official plush Goron on the market, and they did a great job at making them look super cute. Even Ganon is cute. He's got a smug little smile like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. Click Candy Dispenser.
Crazy Piss Fuel Collection! They're loaded with flavor and packed with fun!
We're probably all familiar with these candy dispensers that look like your favorite characters got decapitated and put on a plastic post. Well, when you know it, there's one of young Link. Ocarina of Time 3D, Deku Tree Seeds. To round off our weird Ocarina collection, I have to mention the strangest regional pre-order bonus I have ever heard. Residents of Greece, specifically, could opt in the year 2011 for a tin of seeds to sow their own Deku tree. Turns out the seeds were for an acacia tree, a plant which cannot survive overly cold weather or freezes. Guess that wouldn't have done Canada much good. That's right, Deku Tree, we got your number now. One frost spell, and you're donezo. Alright, that's enough about Ocarina of Time already. We've got a few wacky ones left from a slightly more modern era. You can probably find most of these in a store, or maybe in one of your drawers. Spirit Tracks Quill Stylus.
Next stop, Hyrule. Link and Zelda team up in an all-new epic adventure, The Legend of Zelda: Spirit Tracks.
Given away on launch day for Spirit Tracks, the Quill Stylus is a really crazy idea that apparently works really well. The longer handle and curve of the stylus is reported to feel pretty nice to use, though maybe a bit tricky to store. You can finally feel what it would have been like to use a Nintendo DS in the Middle Ages. Rupee Bath Bomb Set. Yet another drop they went remarkably hard on. These Zelda-themed bath bombs came in lime, blueberry, and cherry scent, complete with a little rupee pouch. Are you kidding me? The rupee pouch alone is an adorable item, and the bath bombs are perfect for the tub or to bring to a Ren Fair. Both would be acceptable. Jack-specific 20-inch Link figure. Is there anything wrong with a 20-inch Link figure? Well, no, but he's a little too big for conventional playing or displaying. It's not that weird, but what is what I've seen people do with this man. Boom. Yeah, there he is, the official toilet paper holder Link, to at least some people out there. Zonai Device Rug. Are you satisfied without having Zonai devices in your home? Don't you wish you could feel what it would be like to stand atop a glider like Link? Nintendo has got you covered again. The Zonai device rug is a weird shape, one that I can't see how or where it'd fit in the home, but you can imagine you're flying, and sit on it while you play, so that's probably worth it. Also looks really comfy. Bandai Tears of the Kingdom Gummy Pack.
Come on, Master Sword. Da-na-na-na.
How about one last little treat? As a North American consumer, the level of detail and creativity put into a simple gummy blew me away. The 14-piece candy pack includes a little sword of varying types that you can stab into these chewable choo-choos. Finally, we can taste choo-choos in real life, and the little sword models are collector's items themselves. There's of course a Master Sword, but also a Zora and Gerudo themed blade, all seen in Tears of the Kingdom. What more could you ask for in a candy?
Enter the world of Nintendo for the largest selection of Nintendo Entertainment System and Game Boy games, and loads of other exciting Nintendo products for the whole family.
That's all from me. Did I miss something hilarious? Share it in the comments. Then hop into another one of our Legend of Zelda videos right here on MojoPlays.